Okay, where are we? What we doing? Well, we're on DayZ. And I'll be honest, I haven't been playing a great deal. Not of late. Not playing anything, to be honest. It's been a little odd. Not quite sure why. Just haven't felt the need to be gaming, and therefore, if I'm not gaming, I'm not making videos. I have had a few... there's Gaddo. Had a few Arma 3 sessions.
Is it the Microsoft.NET 4 hotfix?
Yeah, it looks like Play with 6 Mate needs an update to your system. Gaddo's been having problems with Play with 6, which is our normal way of.
So we need to reinstall Play with 6, or?
No, it's asking for a hotfix to be installed for Windows, so Windows needs to be updated. Make sure you go through go to Windows Update and force an update. See if there's any updates
Yeah,
there.
but I'm not running a legal copy.
One of the reasons why I always run, well, these days always run a legal copy of Windows. The hotfix they make mention of will have a KB number. That will be the reference to the individual, because that's KB is knowledge base, and that will be the reference to the individual file you have to go download to make Play with 6 continue to run. Guys, always run legitimate versions of Windows, because then you don't run into problems like this. I was looking at the cost of how much it would cost to upgrade to Windows 8, and oh jeepers, they want over 100 quid for it. Unbelievable.
What, for Windows 8?
Yeah, it's expensive. I mean, Windows 7 I picked up for what? How much was it? About 70 or 80 pounds.
I thought it was pretty cheap.
It was at first, so they put the prices up.
Oh, well, sure. I should have bought one then.
Yeah, I should have bought it back then, but I was so pissed off with Windows 8 and how crappy it was. But apparently there are now systems for getting rid of the crappiness, you know, all that touch interface. So I could have picked it up for... In fact, I could have picked it up for 20 quid at the beginning of the year, because I was one of the beta testers. But I was so pissed off with it. It was such a pile of poo, and Windows 7 was working so well. I didn't see the point, and I missed the opportunity of picking it up for... because they were selling it to the general public for 40 quid at first, which I guess is probably about €50 for you. But because I was one of the beta testers, I was able to buy it for £20, which is, I don't know, probably about 25, 30 euro. And I didn't bother, and I bloody should have done. And it's not that Windows 7 is bad, it's just there are some nice features under the skin of Windows 8 once you get past the stupid bloody touch interface. I really don't know how much longer Ghost Sniper can keep this server running, considering how empty it is all the time. Mind you, I don't know if he's running off a hosted server or whether he's running off a machine at home or something.
So I did my own way of hotfixing it. I uninstalled it, took an old version of it and installed it back. And now it works. It's only because I updated it.
Oh, hang on, I'm being hit. Oh. Hate it when that happens. Wish they'd open the bloody doors. They could creak or something as they opened. At this rate, At this rate, Gaddo, the first thing you have to do when you come in is give me a bloody blood transfusion.
Where are you at?
I'm in Zelena supermarket killing zombies. Something has happened to my mouse. I seem to be swinging left and right really quickly. It's really weird. Haven't made any changes to my mouse, but like left-right swing and mouse movement seems to be really fast.
I'm at Benzino.
You're in Bergino?
Yep.
I thought we were together last time we were playing.
I played more.
Ah.
No, last time I dropped you off at yeah, last time I dropped you off near Polana, I think.
No, it was we were last time I played. I think we were with those guys we found, and I'm at Zelena.
No, I played with
You had a UAZ and we were all together.
yeah, but I parked it up at the maybe I dropped you off at Zelena, and then I drove off to park it at Dolana,
Ah, right.
just for fun.
Yeah, just because I finished playing doesn't mean you finished playing. I think I finished early because I had a big video to upload. Well, I better get some wheels and head up your way.
Yeah, I'm looking around for wheels here.
If not, 'tis a long run. Let's hope the bicycle's in.
I'm at least gonna check out military tents.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, I mean, you can play the game towards each other, so we can join up.
Well, you got a few places at your end for cars or bikes.
No, I think this is the first time I've booted into Windows for a while. We had that Arma 3 session a few days back, but I've not played DayZ for a week. Not made a video for a week, which is a bit silly. I mean, a video channel's not going to. But then again, you know, if I don't want to play, if I don't feel the urge to play, I don't know what I can do. I'm not going to play games just to put videos out.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Because the thing is, if I'm not, my heart's not in playing, then my commentary is not going to be good. It's not going to be entertaining for people to watch. So I don't see the point. I suppose if I'm on a long run.
It's not a must, you know. It's not your job.
No, it's not like I get any money. It's going to be a long time before I get enough views to get money out of Google. And I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because I enjoy doing it. And although I enjoy doing the commentaries, I don't necessarily. It always. I don't know. I have been playing games, but I've been playing them on Ubuntu, and the screen recording on Ubuntu is rubbish, basically.
On a what?
On Linux, mate, I spend all day.
Yeah.
My computer boots directly into Linux normally. I have to restart it and. Ooh, zombies through the floor. Stupid zombies. Yeah, I use Linux all day long, and I've got Steam on Linux, and more games come out on Linux. We've had 2 new ones this week. Portal and Left 4 Dead 2. I've been playing some Portal. and it runs just as well under Linux as it does on as it does on PC or under Windows. So
You think the bigger games will also make a step over sooner or later?
it'll probably be later rather than sooner. I mean, it's difficult enough with the games industry when you've got a AAA title like I don't know, Call of Duty or Battlefield. These companies don't particularly want to make them for PC. They're sure as heck not going to make them for a different variant of PC. I mean, if there was a marketplace for it, they'd make it for Mac, but they don't. So we've got Steam running on Linux natively now. All the source games are slowly but surely being ported over. They run just as well under Linux as they do under Windows, and they look just as nice. Oops, just belched, that's not good. It depends whether or not what Microsoft consider to continue to do with Windows. If Microsoft continue to push Windows away from gaming, because they've got their Xbox, so they've already announced that they're no longer going to develop DirectX, which is a key to why Windows gaming is as successful as it is. The whole API for making games to run on Windows is no longer going to be developed, so there's going to be no DirectX 12. It's the dependence on DirectX by the games industry that has sort of locked PC gaming to Windows, because the other big 3D way of doing things.
Interest you in an M4A3 CCR?
Now, the problem with that is he puts us on the same ammo. We've got one down. I think we've got better the weapons than that down in our tents.
What do you got? What do we have in our tents? I think only the snipers, don't we?
No, they've been added to. Don't forget, people who've been playing on the server know where our tents are and adding weapons to the list. There's at least an M16 down there. I'll keep to the Russian weapons because it puts me on different ammo to you.
Well, the M16 isn't as good as M4A3 CCL.
Very true. That's PC slowdown. I wonder what that was about. Yeah, I mean you're right. It isn't as good, but it's not a bad weapon. I'll keep to the Russian ammunition because it puts us on different ammo. There are very few situations where a AK-74 with a Cobra sight isn't a good weapon. Long range, I suppose, but yeah, long range zombies. Not interested in long range zombies. What I was saying about the computer thing, the other method of doing 3D games is to use something called OpenGL. Now, OpenGL is cross-platform. It works on Windows, it works on Mac, it works on Linux. It also can work on tablet and phone. So yeah, and of course it is continuing to be developed, so we're going to probably see more of that, and at which point games are going to be good. But at least the next 5 years PC gaming is predominantly going to be on Windows, even once, you know, things change. I can't see the big game players making their games for Linux, not yet.
Well, if they use that other thing you were talking about, that
The OpenGL.
yeah, does not work on Linux then.
It makes it more likely that transferring it from Windows to Linux is going to happen because the base API has been changed. It doesn't mean it directly will. You know, you can't just install the game, which always has been a problem. I mean, there are ways of installing Windows programs on Linux, but the problem is the 3D games don't tend to work too well. They managed to figure it out for some of the older 3D games, but yeah, if I wanted to play old games, I wouldn't bother. But I mean, having Steam, the biggest thing is we've now got Steam on Linux, and you know, my list of Steam
games
is getting longer because the games
Linux is getting more and more interesting.
Yes, you're right. Linux is getting more and more interesting. Linux is getting more and more viable. There was a long time with Linux that it was a geek platform. It was just for geeks who wanted to play with their operating system. And heck, I was one of those geeks. I've been playing with Linux for years. So it was a geek platform. But the thing is, now it's getting to the point where it isn't just a geek platform, anyone could use it. I mean, my wife, you know, Julie, she's using Linux at the moment. I installed Ubuntu on her system and it works just fine. She sits and plays her Facebook games, she reads emails, goes to websites, listens to the internet radio, and she is as happy as can be and prefers Linux or prefers Ubuntu to Windows. She always hates the fact that when Windows doesn't update, it sort of locks you out. It says, "Do not shut your computer down. We're updating," or you know, "Don't do this." And just, all I wanted to do was turn my computer off and go to bed. And now I've got to sit and look at this bloody thing.
Yeah. Well, she can still go to bed, can't she? You don't really have to press OK.
But you know what it is? It's the feeling that the feeling she gets is under Windows, she is not the one who's running her computer. Her computer is running her computer, or Windows is running her computer, and she just gets to use it. I don't know. I don't fully understand her reasoning, but she dislikes Windows. I can't blame her. I mean, I dislike Windows. It's probably a little bit of osmosis of my, and you know. The thing is, Windows 7 is really quite good, and that's coming from a guy who spends 90% of his time in Linux. I just don't like the fact that it gets a bit funky after a while. If you install too many programs on it, it can get a bit strange. If you run it for too long, it gets a bit strange. It goes slow and things like that. Right, I am at the church at is it Polina? No, Rokovo, yeah. I forgot the name. The one begins with P. The one with the black car, if it's here. Pushka, that's it. Yeah, it's near Rogovo. Someone told me that you can, you know, I'm using the PDW. That apparently you can use any of the 9mm ammunition in it, including this like. Let's have a look at what I've got. You got the G17 what runs in it, which we knew about, but apparently also the 9mm stuff does. But they also told me that the MP5 and MP5 SD works in it, which is a bit strange because the MP5 ammo goes into your top slot, not into your pistol ammo slot.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
But I'll give it a go. I'll pick some up to see whether or not it does. Getting confused about the way they've changed the backpacks. Apparently now the Czech backpack is actually larger than the British.
The Czech backpack, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, again, someone in one of my videos said you missed a larger backpack, and it was the Czech backpack, and I thought the Czech backpack's larger. It never used to be larger.
No, it used to be 12. And if they made it bigger, I wouldn't. I would think they would have made it the same size as this.
Because my sense of direction was off. How many times have I got to hit that bloke? Weird. Oh well. Talk to you in a bit. Okay, we are woohoo at Stary. So let's do a little run on Stary. Yep, still haven't met up with Gaddo yet. He's still like 5 clicks away. Noodles is on the server, so there's 3 of us on the server.
10. Only junk in it.
He's after 107. It's a big weapon to be using as a survivor. I suppose it is one of the better weapons in the game. Several times you don't think there's anything in here. And there is. Wait, open bag. Nothing I want. Could do with a new primary. Oop, nothing in there. Aha. Wait, let me in, you. What have we got? Gear. G17s, more pistol ammo. I may have to consider my G17 to be my primary at this rate. Aha, look at that. You see, you couldn't see that on the ground. There she is. Now that's the same backpack I already have. Nothing here, that's annoying. Oh well. Might be something at the back of this one rather than this. Now, is that the right ammunition? And it is. Yes, indeedy. Thank you very much. Looks like I'm going to be sticking with my AK.
So, anything in the story tent?
Not a great deal so far. I'm finding some ammunition. Which is good for me. Nothing spectacular yet. Some MREs and things like that.
I would like some standing SDs if you find them.
Some what, sorry?
Standing SDs or M9 SDs.
Finding more sort of civilian style ammunition, you know, 45 caliber. Yeah, that'll do. Makarov. No, there's not a great deal here, my friend. So where was it I was going? Gogolov? Gogolovo?
Yeah.
That is, hang on, put the thing towards the top, 2.4. Still no vehicle, still on foot. Weather looks like it's improving there. Strange behaviour. Oh, picked up 3 over there. Talk to you in a bit. Right, finally linked up with Gaddo. He's over there. With a couple of Zeds. I'll probably hook onto me later on. We're somewhere in the middle of the map. Currently heading down to Electro. There's another person on the server apart from Noodles now. Guy called Rocco. Ooh, Melis as well. Don't know those guys. Gaddo, be aware, we've got there's another one on the server. Doesn't tell you when people join. Now we know we can trust Noodles. The others we know less about. Mind you, I got an AK, he's got an M4, so we can defend ourselves. Still got Zeds on our chuff. Oh well. So, running in on Electro. One small element of uncertainty. There's a guy on the server who isn't responding in side chat and hasn't declared himself as being friendly, so potential that we do have a bandit on the server.
You're going for the fire station?
Yes, mate, go running into the fire station first, see if there's anything there. So we've got to keep our wits about us.
Yeah, I'm on the hill. I'll keep an eye out.
Cheers, mate.
I'm all the way filled up anyway.
Let's see what we can find. PDW because it's a little quieter. Nothing up here. Wait, let me past. Nipping into town, just on the fire station. Very little there. It's nice to have someone like Gaddo on Overwatch with his sniper rifle. Let's see what we can find. Going into the supermarket. Got to be something more in here than some pistachios. Wait, pick that up. Thank you. And let's see what we've got. Food and drink. It's going to be another watch, isn't it? Yay, another watch. think.
Is there anything you need?
Not really. I mean, if I can find a larger backpack, I'll be happy. Odds and sods, you know how it is. It's almost compulsive in nature, the way you've got to hunt for stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the way my wife plays these cow clickers. It's like a compulsive thing.
More stuff.
Gotta have more stuff. Pile of bog rolls.
Well, that's what the TV tells us all day. All the commercials on the
That's
radios.
why I don't watch television.
You need to have this. Else you're not happy. You need to buy
That-
this.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You've got to buy this, or you cannot be happy without it.
I was listening to a philosopher, and he was talking about this, the same subject, and he was saying, you should think every time before you go buy something, do I really need to have this to be happy? Then you suddenly don't buy as much.
Mind you, occasionally it's okay to buy stuff just to make you happy, though, as long as you understand that's why you're buying it. I did that relatively recently with the Google Nexus 7, that tablet. Did I need it?
Yeah.
No.
You need AK rounds?
I will do.
I'll pick one up. There's
If you
one
would,
in the
please,
fire
mate.
station.
Strange, when I went through the fire station there wasn't any AK rounds.
Well, it's the other fire station.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, I bought that Google Nexus 7, didn't need it, but I wanted it, you know?
Yeah.
And I must admit, it's a lovely device, and yes, I use it every day, but I didn't need to buy it. You know, I've got a very powerful desktop computer. I've got a really nice laptop. I did not need. Well, my phone's a bit shit, but I've got to wait for the contract to be up on that. Did not need a Google Nexus 7 tablet, but I sort of wanted it, you know.
Yeah.
Don't really need much in the way of medical supplies, do we?
Well, do you still need to have a blood bag on you?
No,
Or
no,
do you-
I've managed to eat my way back up to health.
Okay. I don't know if there are any vehicles spawn in Electro.
No, I don't know either. We spent back in the day when the game was when there was lots of people, we spent such a little amount of time in Electro and Cherno. Although I was always prefer to do a run on Electro than a run on Cherno. But there's the military spawn in Cherno. I suppose we'll go there next.
Yeah.
Right, I'm pretty much done in Electro.
Yep. I'm also heading my way to Cherno.
Yeah, be there in a few minutes. I'm just running past the... well, I'll try not to pick up too many Zeds as I run past the second fire station. But you're right about the need and want. I didn't need a Google Nexus 7, but I did want it.
Well, the thing I have now, I had to... No. It's smart to change your contract for your electricity every 2 years.
Yeah.
So I chose a new contract, and now I can choose between an iPhone, an iPad, I mean, or a Samsung tablet, or a notebook. So I don't really know what I'll choose. I'm not really going for Apple. I don't really like.
No, they tend to lock you in a bit.
Yeah, and it cannot connect to my other stuff. So.
I think if all of the kit you've got is Apple, then Apple's really good. I just don't think if you're already got like an Android phone and you make use of Google services, because I pretty much use everything on Google. you know, if you're going to sell your soul to the devil, sell it to one rather than all of them. So yeah, I use Google email. Obviously, I'm uploading to YouTube, and I use the calendar and all this type of other things. I've got an Android phone. So I'll keep with Android. The only thing I'll do that's going to be different is because, you know, I use Ubuntu for my main PC. Within a couple of years, there's going to be Ubuntu phones and Ubuntu tablets. So I'll probably swap over to that.
And what is Ubuntu?
Ubuntu is a Linux-based operating system, but it's sort of. But then Android is a Linux-based operating system, but it's I don't know. It's started to separate itself a little bit away from the rest of the Linux group. But yeah, I use Ubuntu every day. As I say, Julie uses it. My laptop's running Ubuntu. I only use Windows for gaming. And when I start my computer, I have a choice: Windows or Ubuntu. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be Ubuntu.
But you know, I want to download and all that stuff, and then a tablet won't be handy for it, right?
Not really fair. I mean, what you mean?
Then I probably have to go for the notebook.
The tablet is really good as a media consumption device. So you download something with your PC and then transfer it to your tablet.
Yeah, to watch on when you go away.
One of the best things I bought in the last few years is a network attached storage device, and that's basically it's a little computer that's attached to my network that provides me large amounts of data storage, but it also has a torrent client in it, so I don't have to keep my PC on because it sits downstairs next to my router, and if there's something I want, I send that to download it. I mean, for instance, there's a lot of talk on the net at the moment about the new Star Trek movie, and I realised I haven't seen the 2009 Star Trek movie for a couple of years now, and you know, the J.J. Abrams one. So I want to watch it again. So I'm downloading it in high quality, and I can watch that on any device in the house because I stream it from that NAS box.
Alright.
But not all NAS boxes have torrent clients in them, so yeah.
Did you already pass the gas station?
I think so, yeah, I'm well past that.
Okay, good.
That big cliff is sort of hoving into view. But yeah, I mean...
No, I just need to know if you were in front or behind me.
I'm about 200 yards shy of that level crossing, you know, where the road zigzags past the railway line.
Yeah, I'm also thinking I might go for the tablet just to, you know, if I travel and all that, it's nice to watch movies and all that.
Tablet experience is really nice. Samsung makes some nice gear. I'm really happy with my tablet, the one I've got. Got the 7-inch one. I don't know how good the bigger ones are. I think if you've got an iPhone, then an iPad's are really nice. I mean, an iPad's supposed to be a really nice device. It's just you've got to get everything through Apple.
Yeah, and I don't want that. I got nothing Apple, so, and I don't want to start with it.
I know the people who've got them think they're the best thing since sliced bread, but...
Because I haven't tried the others.
From what I hear, I mean, being as open and honest as possible, that the Apple experience is really, really good. I think Apple's just profiteers, you know, they always put a premium, an extra 25% on top of everything as Apple tax.
Yeah, just for the name.
Their PC hardware is really very mediocre, and they charge top dollar for it.
Yeah, you pay for the name. Look at me, look, I have an Apple.
Yes, I must admit. I mean, I've got some family members who are well into their Apple stuff, and you know, it serves them quite well. You know, it serves them really well. But it is quite a lot of it is that sort of premium brand. I have to have, you know. I am look how successful I am. I've got Apple. I've got an Apple
Yeah.
Mac. I've got an Apple phone, and I've got an Apple tablet. And good for them. You know, there's no problem them having all that Apple gear. I just think to myself, how much did that lot actually cost you? How much is it actually worth? But the only good thing is, of course, they can't ask for me for help for sorting out their problems, because I say it's an Apple, I don't know anything about it, I don't touch Apple. Where my family and friends who run Windows are forever getting me to come and sort things out, or there's an expectation that I know how to sort out whatever the problem is with their computer hardware.
Yeah, that's the problem if you know so much.
Yeah, and the normal thing is if you touch somebody's computer once, that's it. There's this unspoken contract between you and them for the rest of time that you are going to repair and maintain their computers. And if anything goes wrong, it's automatically your fault.
Yeah.
But there's this one lady, who's a friend of my wife's, older lady, who loves the internet, loves YouTube and watching all these things, and she kept on downloading crap to her Windows PC. She just couldn't tell the difference between her computer telling her that there was something wrong with her computer, you know, like you've got a virus or something, and you know those dodgy websites that say you've got a virus?
Yeah.
So she'd download their tool, and then she'd have lots of viruses, and oh god, it was painful. I was having to go to her computer about once every 3 months to get rid of all this crap off it. So I installed Ubuntu on there, and she hasn't called me since. You know, I pop around to see her once a year and make sure everything's okay with it. It's fine, it's not a problem. She's running the LTS release of Ubuntu. It'll outlive her. The other thing is it doesn't get slow over time. I mean, how many times do you have to reinstall Windows because it's got slow, or you damaged something, and I don't know. I do get ticked off after a while. Sometimes I just want it to work.
Yeah, I just want it until it really breaks down. And luckily that's been quite a while now. And as long as it runs, I'm not touching it. I'm just playing.
Yeah. It's a good attitude to have. The thing is, I'm a tinkerer. I like to play with stuff. I like to make changes just to see what happens, and the amount of times that I've broken my system because I've done something stupid. But then that's how I've learnt about it.
True.
I only know what I know about computers because I spent so much time breaking them when you know, in the early days. And I build my computers. I don't buy them. I'll buy a laptop, but I won't buy a whole computer. But my laptop runs really nice. Ubuntu's really quick on it. It boots in seconds. It's not even worth putting it into suspend. You might as well just shut it off, because it shuts down in about 2 seconds and it starts in about 3. And on that note, rambling on. Right, doing a run on Cherno. Sat back there on a hill with binoculars to see if I saw any Zeds. Didn't see any Zeds, so we're reasonably confident there are no Zeds in Cherno, therefore no people. Well, at least on this side anyway. get in here without us arousing too much suspicion. Got enough buildings to go in and out of. Nothing in here, so annoying. MRE, they are useful. Actually, I'll pick up painkiller as well, just in case I've got an extra one. Absolutely nothing. God, that's terrible. Just been through the military tents, mate. There's very little here.
I've just arrived at the factory.
Whoa, lag spike. One black bag at front, one at back. Pick up another one. Might as well. Yeah, I'm near the hospital. Going to do basically a supermarket sweep on all of the pubs and things.
You wanna find the chest pack? See if it's bigger.
Yeah, the check pack. I want to find a check pack. See if it is genuinely larger. I'm told it's larger.
I assume that's you shooting.
Yeah, just had a headshot a zombie. Confronted me at a doorway, little bugger. Lots of Zeds running around.
Yeah, I'm heading to the pub.
Just found an outfit. Camo clothing. Oh, you've already got one lot, haven't you? You don't need another one.
Well, I can bring it, put it in tent. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'll swap over that AK round for it.
Yep.
How am I doing for bandages? I hear you shooting. I guess that's you, yeah?
Yep.
Oop, there goes the church clock. I always turn left and right too early.
Oh, you just ran past me.
Absolutely can. Now, what are you?
Alright.
Yeah, the thingy packs in my backpack. If you swap them over.
Okay.
Really would be nice to pick up one of those larger backpacks.
You ran into him, or?
No, I was just wondering why you're saying hi.
You going to
Great,
the other
I've
pub on
got
the left side?
I've got bloody zombies trying to tap me through walls. Don't know why I'm still carrying this bloody MP5 SD round with me. Looks like Battle Eye's just done an update. I'm just going pub to pub.
Yeah, I'm at the one in the church now.
Yeah. Supermarket might have something in it. I know, I'll do the, if you do the supermarket, I'll go do the fire station.
Yep.
Forgot about the fire station. Strange.
Nothing in the church.
It's not a great deal here. It's because there's so few players. I was thinking after this we do the Balota.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Do Balota, see what we can find there, and then back up to Zelena, I suppose.
Survival ACU. That one isn't bigger.
No, it's not, unfortunately. See, I thought that the British Assault Pack was the largest regular backpack, but apparently it's not. It's the trying to remember the right words for it. The Czech backpack. Oh well, on that note, and it's absolutely pissing down with rain. Oh, absolute sweetheart, Morrish just brought me a cup of coffee. a big fat nothing, isn't it? Oh, one of the things I did find out is yes, you can run the MP5 SD ammo in this pistol, or in this machine pistol. See you in a minute.
Then I'll take the...
Yeah, I'm doing the airfield. You can do the
deer stands.
medical town. Yeah, the deer stands at the medical thingy. Finding a big fat zero so far, but hey.
I've been watching that The Walking Dead.
Oh yes.
The series.
I
think
was
you'll like it too.
what it was. I was told that the first series is excellent. The second series is a bit bleh, and the third is worse, and the last is terrible. In other words, it was really good for the first series, but it's lost all its oomph. It's now like they're looking for ways to hurt themselves. So I might download the first series and watch that. I think I can get it on Netflix actually. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I quite like the third season too, and the fourth season isn't out yet.
Oh right. I was watching that Jericho, and the first season of Jericho was really good, and the second one, it seemed like they'd lost their way a bit and had difficulty making up the rest of it. But the first season of Jericho was really, really good.
Well, the thing is with the maybe it's more because we play this that I like
Yeah.
the show more.
That might be a good thing. You know, the fact that we play a lot of DayZ. I've mainly been watching NCIS. I mean, I've always been a fan of NCIS, and I probably watched it from the beginning. But I recently downloaded all the episodes, and I'm slowly working my way through every episode of NCIS. The only problem with this MP5, sorry, this PDW, is that the sights are rubbish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Found some more ammo. And another couple of weapons. SA-58P, that's that nice weapon. Shame we can't use the AK-74 ammo in it, because I like that one. Uses the AKM ammo. It's a nice weapon. It's that one-shot kill on the zombies. How are you doing over at the deer stands?
I'm finding nothing, and more of nothing.
Then I guess it's back home to Zelena.
Yeah.
Oh well, on that note. Okay, here we are, where we started. We are just outside Zelena. And let's have a little review of where we've been today, because this is where we started and this is where we are now. I walked this way, went in, no, yeah, Poggervo, or yeah, whatever that's called. Then went into Stary, met up with Gaddo here. We then straight lined it all the way down to Electro. ran through Chernogorsk, the airfield at Bolota, and then I've just straight lined it past Bor to Zelenogorsk, and this is where I'm logging out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry not much happened. I mean, it's just as normal. It's just me rambling on about stuff, chatting with Gaddo, you know, saying thanks you to the missus for bringing me a cup of coffee and, you know, that type of stuff. But you know my videos by now if you're used to them. So thank you very much for watching. I'll try and get some more content out as soon as I can. I'll see if I can try. I'm going to try to get content out from the other games that I play. Problem with that is I'm playing those on Ubuntu and Linux, and I've yet to work out how to do a screen recorder properly. Once I do, then there are lots of Linux games that I can play and do commentaries on, because as I was mentioning to Gaddo during the making of this video, I spend 90% of my time in Ubuntu on Linux. I don't use Windows. There's Gaddo. Hello, mate.
Hello.
He's often doing things, so we've been working together for most of the time. So thank you very much for watching my video. If you do ask any direct questions in the comment section, I'll do my best to answer them. If you got any suggestions for videos, we'll see what we can do. But apart from that, I will say goodbye and see you next time. Bye bye.